Whew, strap in, we're doing nerdy stuff today. Hey there! Hello everybody, Tyler from Tyler Does Stuff, back at it again with another video for you guys, and today we'll be doing stuff. I've already done that one before, god damn it. As for what that stuff is today, like I said, today we're doing some nerdy stuff. I want to make a game. I had an idea for one, so we're gonna make a game. Originally, I was going to do it in Unity and use it as a Unity like learning experience, but I want to do this one with you guys, and I really want this one to turn out right because I think it's good. So yeah, this is going to be called Totally Not Comic-Con. We are also going to put it into a different folder. Hang on. Pay no mind to my desktop being as a mess as it is, especially the right side. Don't pay attention to that. This is going to be called Totally Not Comic-Con. There we go. And we're going to go back here, and we're going to put it into Totally Not Comic-Con desktop instead of... There we go. We're going to put it here. That way I know where it is. And create. All right, and now we get our little Godot file. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I haven't gotten back into Godot in a hot second, so this one also should be fairly easy to make. I'm not gonna make it too complicated, but what's really gonna test me on this one is figuring out how to do dialogue systems correctly. Okay, so I should explain. The premise of this game is going to be across like 3 or 4 different levels. There's 2 booths at a Comic-Con right next to each other, and it's these 2 guys from these 2 obscure shows back in the day, and they're barely getting any traction at the first one, but they become friends because they have nobody else to talk to except for each other. Now, as it progressively gets further, the character you're playing as is more and more people are going to get into a show. Like, it's going to get a cult following because like on Hulu or something like that, right? And the other guy is not going to get it, but you're still going to talk to him, and you're going to talk to him a little less and a little less. And I haven't decided what I want the ending to be yet. If I want the ending to be like, I don't know. I think I might want multi-ending because it depends on how complicated I want to make this, because there is what do I want this to be called? Main level layout, I suppose. Because there's a situation, right, where I make this... Okay, my main idea was at the end of this, the other guy kills himself, and then you're just left with that, right? Sorry, trigger warning. But... also trigger warning, it could be that he's so mad at you and like upset at you that he comes in and like stabs you and like kills you, or it could be that like you get yourself into hot water based on how you interact with the characters. So I think all of this can be weaved in, but I think I'm gonna go with the original idea I had, which is that he just unalives himself. I hate that. He kills himself. I think I'm gonna go with that idea, and then if I want to, further on down the line, I can mix in the other ideas and like the choice stuff. That's just harder to code. It'll be easier if I start simple and then build it out from there. So just really choice stuff. I think as far as like gameplay goes, I think you're gonna like have to find things in your booth to like give to people and sign and stuff, and you're gonna have to find merch. I think it's gonna be like a sort of checkout type situation, and you're gonna talk to people. Okay, so first we need a node 3D, and this is going to be called structures. And then we are going to add a child node, and that is going to be... I just like to keep everything organized, by the way. That's why I'm adding all these node 3Ds in here. And this is going to be the room. So we'll just make a real big room real quick. We need a mesh, instance 3D. Also, forgive me, it's been a hot second since I've done this. Oh, no, we don't need a mesh yet. We need a, oh my god, a static body. There we go. Static body. The static body gets the mesh attached to it, and then the static body also gets a collision shape. Or I'm actually not going to do it that way. We are going to do it this way. We want a box mesh. We want it to be very thin. Oh, actually, is there a plane mesh that I can use? I always forget if there's a plane. Yes, plane mesh. Exactly what we want. We're just gonna make it fairly large for now until we really decide the scale of everything, just in case. And then if we go into this little box right here, we can create a collision shape, which is a static body child and a trim mesh, and bada bing, bada boom. Now it's got a collision shape. Oh shoot, I forgot that that's how that, freaky dookie. Hang on. So we're going to move this up here, and we're going to delete this static body 3D. I forgot that when it does this, it creates the static body underneath the mesh instance, and we're just going to call this floor. And to keep everything floor body, sorry, we're going to call this floor mesh, floor body, and floor collision. Also, I'm aware that this is not going to get a lot of views, but this is going to hold me accountable for actually making something. Okay, cool. So now we have that, and now we're going to go ahead and make the walls. And we're going to do that by just doing this. Boink. And instead, this is going to be called wall 1. And we're going to go to rotato potato. And we're just going to rotate it. Let's move this out a little bit. Actually, JK. Yeah, we're not going to use planes for the walls. We'll use a plane for the floor, and we'll use a plane for the ceiling, but we're not going to use one for the wall. Ceiling body. This is the most annoying part of game dev, by the way, is naming everything. And some people don't name everything. I like to name everything just so I have like a good understanding of what everything is, and I feel like I'm not forgetting anything, all that good stuff. But you don't have to name everything, I guess, if you don't want to. Okay, now we are going to make our walls. We are going to want another static body 3D, and we are going to give it a mesh. And we're going to call this static... shoot. Sorry, other way around. We're going to create a mesh, and then the static body is going to spawn in from it. Sorry, I was taught one way and learned a better way to do it. Okay, so this is going to be wall. And we are going to create collision shape. Oh, right. Let's actually make the fucking thing. A box. We're going to scoot the box over here. Come here, box. Scoot the box over here. We are going to make the box smaller first, because we don't really want very thick walls. We just want some thin walls. Make everything have to render a little bit less. And is that lined up quite right? Not really. There we go. That's lined up enough for me. Okay. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to go scoot it up a little bit. And we're going to scoot it up a little bit more, because what we're going to do next is we are going to scale it. Yoink. And yoink. Okay, it's already through the ceiling, which is a good thing, because that's where we want it to be. And we're just going to yoink you out a little bit more. The only annoying part about doing the mesh before the collision shape is that you have to stretch out the mesh this way. At least from my experience, you have to stretch it out this way. You can't stretch it out like a mesh has the little knobs on it that you can pull out. This does not, however. which is a little bit annoying, but like it is what it is, you know? Okay, and a little bit further down. Ah, damn it. I can't see the top plane. And a little bit more. It's okay if it sticks up through the ceiling a little bit, because nobody will see that part. Great. All right, so that is the wall, and we will create a child of it. I'm not gonna bother to name all of the things underneath it because I know what it is. And then for the wall across, we just do the same thing and scoot it on across. Bada bing, bada boom. This episode is gonna be largely just making like the walls and stuff. Just making the room. And we're gonna flip this. We're gonna go to transform and make sure that it actually gets all the way around to -90. And we are going to shrink it a little bit because this wall is smaller than that one. All right, apparently not. We didn't need to shrink it that much. Yoinky sploinky. And we'll make sure it's actually measured up. And that we can't see the ceiling through. Great, perfect. And then we go for this again. And we just scoot it over. Okay, cool. Now this would usually be the part where I would like go on. Oh, I can see through the ceiling. Damn it. I was really hoping the plane would work for the ceiling. Okay, that's fine. We can just make it into a box instead of a plane. There we go. And we'll just have to manually shrink the collision shape, which, not gonna lie, is annoying, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. So now we should have a nice dark room in here. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Okay. Next we are going to add in lightses. Hang on. I just want to make sure that I can't see out or anything. Great. Next we're gonna add in the lights. Now normally I would like go find an asset for this, but I think these lights, see, this is why. It's gonna be annoyed at me for doing that, but it should still work fine. We're gonna add another node 3D. And we're going to name this one, we'll make a whole node for lights. That's fine. Okay, again, normally this is when I would, there we go, light. We want an omni light, I think we want an omni light. Is where I would go find a whatchamacallit for it, but we're not gonna do that today. We're just gonna make our own lights because they should be nice and easy. In fact, I think I'm gonna make the lights their own scene. So let's actually delete that real quick. And we will add a node 3D called light. No, fuck, stop. I keep on missing the L. And we'll just call this light, and then we will save branch as scene, light.tscene. We'll mess with this later. And file, no, we'll make file management down here now. This will be called structures. And we'll move light down into structures. All right, and then we will open light. Great. Okay. So I think I know how to do this. We are going to add a child node because we want it to look like a box light. And I think the way to do that is we're gonna want two end caps and then a middle section that's clear, and then the omni light's gonna be inside of the middle section that's clear, and it's gonna have a reflective top to it. If that makes any sense whatsoever. So what that really means is we are going to need a lot of meshes. Ooh. And they are going to need to be, I'm gonna say probably cylinders. Yeah, probably cylinders. Okay, we're gonna turn it on its side. We're gonna make sure it's like actually fully turned on to its side so it's not crooked. There we go. All right, and these are going to be our little end caps. We're just gonna squish them a little bit. I guess these could have been boxes. Boxes probably would have been easier. Yeah, JK, let's make you a box. Box instead. All right. It gives it a little less, like, character, a little less definition, but that's fine. We're going for, like, a PS1 style anyways, or, like, a PS2 style. All right, we're gonna scoot you over to, like, this line-ish, I guess. I have no idea how big this is gonna be either. And then we're gonna duplicate you and move you over to the other side. And we are going to name you end caps, or end cap, sorry. And then this will be named end cap 1. Oh, nope, or Edna cap, that's good too. And I guess we'll give you collision shapes just in case I end up running something into you. I should have done all of this before I duplicated it, but it's fine. Okay, and then we will make the center section for the light, which of course will be, say it with me now, another Mesh Instance 3D. I think it's actually going to be 2 Mesh Instance 3Ds. We're gonna make you another box. Where'd box go? There it is. I was like, where'd box go? We're going to flatten you pretty sizably, because we're gonna want a small reflective one on the top to reflect back down the light. I've made lights like this once before. Didn't turn out very well. No, it turned out fine. Shout out Amagonix. I think that was the tutorial that I followed for that one. These also don't have to be perfect because they're going to be on the ceiling, and you're not going to see them past, like, looking at them. Like, looking at them passively, I guess. We're going to call this the top. Okay, and then this is where we get fun. So surface material override, a new standard material 3D. Great. All right, cool. And then I think we keep the albedo this color, but we want to turn on, where is it? Refraction? I don't think is what we want to turn on. We want to turn on, oh, here it is, metallic. We want to make you very metallic. And then let's give it a nice silvery color. Yeah, and then we want to make you very metallic. We'll turn your roughness down so that way you're nice and shiny. And then I think we're actually going to go ahead and do the same thing to these ones. We're going to save this as just silver, or we're going to save it as light silver. We're just gonna, I'm gonna do it this way by just making a whole folder for materials. All right. I'm not actually sure if that's gonna come out as silver or if that's gonna come out as, like, black, but that's fine for now. And we'll create a collision shape, of course. And last but not least, actually, we're just gonna duplicate you. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, by the way. I was gonna apply you to this and apply you to this as well. Last but not least, we are going to duplicate you. We are going to get rid of this material. And we are also going to make you fat. Fat little box. Fat little box alert, everyone. Alright, that should be fine. I think that looks alright. Maybe we want to extend that a little bit this way, actually. Nice. Okay. And now we are going to turn on... Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? I know I saw it. Where's emission? There's emission. And we are going to turn on emission. Bada bing, bada boom. We are going to make the emission just the brightest white light you've ever seen. We are going to turn down the energy multiplier just a little bit. We can always turn that back on later if we want to. And we're gonna give you a nice, I think maybe a yellow color could be cool, could be nice there. Like a decaying yellow, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's see if that is enough to light. This is the actual light. Let's see if that's enough to light the scene. Oh yeah, we're gonna call this the main level. Couldn't save scene. Okay, for some reason it couldn't save the scene, I guess, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, I see what's wrong with it. I moved light, so it got upset. That's fine. Let's make a new folder, by the way, for levels. Ah, that's not how you spell levels. That's not how you spell levels. Levels. And we will save this, and it will go into levels. Okay. Now, let's see if we've done good. Drag a light there. I don't know if that's putting off light. In fact, I would wager to say it is not putting off light. It looks decent. It looks like okay. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do it this way. I think we need to scale it down to like 0.5. I am not sure if that is putting off any light right now, but I do not think it is. So we're gonna go in here and we are going to up the energy multiplier. There we go. Now that's putting off some light. Okay, but I don't think that light is making it down to the floor. We can turn the energy multiplier up more, I guess. We can make the operator multiply. That could be... Nope, that was not fun. Never mind. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. I think we might need to do a different... Because I don't think that's going to be enough light. I think we're going to need to do a different type of this. I'm really not going to be able to tell until we get a character in here. So let's get a character in here. Character body 3D. Okay, and now we're gonna do something low-key embarrassing, but that's okay. I have one character that I use for everything, so we're just gonna save real quick, and then we're gonna Control-Shift-Q, which is exit back out to the project board. Oh, this is gonna take forever to load, isn't it? Actually, I'm just gonna grab him from somewhere else. I think this one has it. Yeah, that's fine. Just open it in 4.5. Please tell me this has the character in it. No! Okay, I know which one does, though. It is the push that has it in it. Yeah, this one. Alright, so this one should have the very basic character model that I like to use. Yes! Alright, so if you'll see here, as the character model, it's very simple, very easy. It's a player body with a collision shape, a mesh instance, and then a camera on it. We are going to steal this first. I think you can tell that I've been in here and have already stole this before. We're going to steal this first, and actually, we're just going to open sticky notes. Nope, not notepads. Sticky notes. I have no idea how many sticky notes I have open right now. Okay, that's trying to update sticky notes. Nope, we're just going to open notepad. Holy moly. And we're gonna stack that there, and then we are going to go here, and we're gonna grab the whole thing, and we're gonna stack that there, even the commented out part. And then we're just going to go ahead and exit. Collision, mesh, camera 3D. Okay, cool. And we're gonna go back to Totally Not Comic-Con. And we're just going to... I don't know. Not Cave, no! We're just gonna name this guy Dave for now. We are going to add a collision shape. The collision shape is going to be a capsule. Oh damn, Dave's huge right now. Don't worry, we'll make him smaller here in a bit, but we're gonna make Dave orange as well, just because I like the color orange. We are going to give Dave a mesh. The mesh is, couldn't you guess it, also a capsule. Yoinky sploinky. Okay, and then we are going to give Dave a camera that we are going to call head. There we go. Dave is so big right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because the only way we're going to be able to tell if this light is really lighting things is if we like actually get into the game, you know? And then we are going to give Dave a script, and we are going to call that dave.gd. And that is what this one is going to be. Right. Yeah, that's what this one's going to be. And actually, we can go ahead and get rid of the joint stuff. Yeah, we can get rid of this stuff, and we can just put the process as pass for now. And then the physics process will have this. We'll save that up. Did that save somewhere? Yes, it did. Okay. We will also create a new folder just for our scripts. And we will move that there, just to make sure everything's nice and combobulated. And we will add a child node for, not add a child node for camera. We will add, well, we will eventually for a raycast, but we will call this head. So no head. Haha, funny. And then we will copy and paste the camera movement from there to here. Yoinky sploinky. It's not plagiarism if you're stealing it from yourself. And then we'll add a raycast at some point, but for now this should be fine. Okay, and let's go ahead and play. Oh. That's not what I wanted at all. Oh, hello. Okay. There is the light. That's not what we want. Oh shoot, I forgot there's no escape on this one. Okay. Let's actually... Yeah, select current. Are these backwards? Hang on, these controls might be backwards. In fact, I think they very much are backwards, and that is also not putting out enough light. RIP. That is not even putting out close to enough light, so... I keep on seeing also the ceiling at a very, like the sky at a very specific angle. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger, just in case. Okay, so that means we're gonna have to do it this way, which is a little more annoying, but that's okay. Instead of this doing a mission, we're gonna turn a mission back off. We are going to make the color back to like white, essentially. And then we are going to make transparency alpha. Or I guess we can do it through color too. Yeah, let's do it through color actually. Let's disable transparency and let's do it through albedo. We just turn this down a lot. Oh, hello. How did I grab it like that? What the hell? Okay, that was fun. And then we are going to take a light, and I think this is going to be an omni light. And we're going to put it right up inside of here. Okay, we're gonna move it inside the light like this. I think we are gonna have to turn transparency on for this. So that way light does get out of it. Let's see if that made it any better. Okay, yeah! Now there's actually light. See how it looks though. Yeah, up and down are backwards, which is not fun. I'm also not moving, which is not fun either, but that's okay. We can fix it. Oh, I know why I'm not moving. Because I'm stupid. Okay. Left, right, forward, back. We gotta go into project and project settings and input map, and we gotta add our inputs in. Add new action, call it forward. W. Add another one, call it left, which is gonna be A. Add one, call it right. which is gonna be D. No, D, please. And then add one, call it back. Yep, back. Which is gonna be S. And now we can move, but everything is backwards. Okay, that looks awful and was exactly what I was trying to avoid. Not what I meant to do. So let's see if I can fix that. Maybe if we change this to alpha scissor. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know what any of these do. So we're just messing around with stuff and figuring out right now, which is definitely fun. Depth pre-pat. No, that's definitely not. Okay, so we're gonna go alpha and we're gonna go for subtract maybe. Nope, that's definitely not what we want. I don't think. Multiplied? Let's see if that works the way that we want it to. Not particularly. Pre-multiplied alpha. Oh, hey! Whoa, hang on. That might be exactly what we want. I think that might be exactly what we want, actually. Okay, so now it's putting off light. It does look like it's lighting into the ceiling, which we don't really want. So let's move the light down a little bit. Nope. Just the Omnilight part of it, please. Let's move that down a little bit, and then let's change the emission on this back on. And then I think we might be in business. Yeah, now it looks like it's glowing, and now it's actually making light. It's still getting the ceiling a lot, which I don't particularly like. But, like, I think it's fine for now. Let's actually make this Omnilight a little bit bigger. Or we can do this. The energy up. Make the size bigger, I think. Maybe? Shadow on. Let's see what that does. There we go. Actually, that fixed exactly what we wanted it to. Phenomenal. Okay, so if I just put this in the middle of the room now, I get a nice light. That lights up the room a little bit. That doesn't look too terrible. Yeah, that doesn't look too awful. Okay, let's see if we can fix the backwardsness of the character controller real quick, because I think it's going to be an easy fix. I think it's... we want to switch these. Oh, that was not it. Hang on. No, no, nope, 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 nope. Backwards, backwards. Did it wrong. I think we want to make these negative. Let's try that. There we go. All right. So that's working now. Now we just need to fix the camera. Ah, stop. Quit it. Now we just need to fix the camera movement. By the way, we also need to make Dave his own scene. Character. Oh, where do we want to put Dave? I guess we'll make another folder called characters. We'll call it main character.tscene. Oh yeah, we need to fix his camera, which should be easy. Ugh, you're gonna make me delete him and then re-put him in. There, are you happy now? Okay. And we just need to make this negative. Pop. This is just to, like, clamp it, so that way you can't look around anywhere. Actually, we're gonna delete that real quick. You'll see exactly what I mean by that here in 2 seconds once I play the game again. So now we're stuck between these two, but you can change the clamps, of course. How long? Oh my gosh, I've been going for 42 minutes. Nobody wants to watch 42 minutes of this. We're just gonna unclamp it just so we can make sure that we did this right. Look to the right, look to the left, go forward, go backwards. Yay! Look at that. Woo! Okay, now I am fucking humongous. And there's not a ton of lights right now. So let's go ahead and fix that, and then we'll call it a night on this. We'll hop back in here. I don't like that it spills out like that. That's my only gripe with the light right now. Is there a way to squeeze you? Without losing... There's gotta be a way, right? You know what I mean? I just wanna yoink, you know? What if we use a directional light instead of an omni light? What would that look like? So let's turn off our omni light for a minute. We'll point our directional light down. Light only. Turn the energy of the light up a little bit. Scoot it down a little bit. What does that look like? Holy shit! That is a lot of light. But it does look better. Let's turn the energy way down and see if that helps. Okay, what if we use a spotlight? I don't think a spotlight's gonna be the answer, but let's try it. Oh, actually, a spotlight might be exactly the answer. Oh, that is exactly what we needed. Okay. Let's make sure this actually ends up at a -90. And we're going to scoot this over to one side. And we are going to make it smaller. And then we can go ahead and delete these. We don't need these. Goodbye. And we are going to duplicate it. And we are going to add a second one over to the other side. And what does that look like? I think that looks much better. All we need to do is just make them a little bit brighter. What's this say? A light scale does not affect visual size of the light. Great, cool. I don't care. I think maybe let's scoot it down and still make it a little bit smaller. Let's see, does that hit the ground a little bit better? Let's do it one more time. Scoot it down, make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, sitting around a little bit better. All right, and then we'll turn up the energy of the light a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Nice, okay. And now we get to do the fun stuff. Okay, the issue is now I want, there we go, here it is. Range is good where it was, but attenuation we want to be, it's either higher or lower. Oh, hello. I guess lower. Oh, no. So we do want it to be higher, but not that high. Okay. Maybe we need the angle to be up more. Oh! Yes, yes, we do want that. Because I just want a softer edge. There we go. That's what we need to change. Okay, and now we can turn the energy back up. Yeah, I just want the... There we go. That's a little bit better. I just wanted to give it softer edges so it wasn't so, like, you know. All right, and then we will actually, I think we're going to do 3 of these per. So we're going to do one there. We're going to do one right in the middle. And then we're going to do one all the way over to the right. Save that. Ta-da! That's a pretty good looking light if I do say so myself. I'm not too upset about that. Okay. Doesn't quite glow the same way that the Omni light was glowing, though. Which is a little disappointing. I think, though, we can fix that by putting in a little tiny Omni light. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Nice. Okay, and now really quick. I know I've said really quick like 5 times, but before we're completely done, I just want to make Dave small. Let's go like 0.3 scale. So I'm thinking that this is going to be about the size, right? Excuse me. All right, and then we're going to take this light, and we're going to duplicate it. And we're going to scoot it over here. And we're going to scoot this one all the way over here. And then we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to scoot. And we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to scoot. And we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to scoot. Nice! Alright. Let's play it. See what we look like. Nice! That doesn't look half bad. I think I'm also gonna need to put, like, a general lighting in here, which will come from a directional light. Because I don't think these lights are gonna be able to do everything, so actually let's do that right now. Alright, and then we're gonna turn him big down. We're actually going to rotate him to about here. And we're gonna move him up. Keep going up. Thank you. Maybe I don't need a directional light. I mean, once I texture the walls, it'll also be better. And maybe I need an Omni light. Really? Am I gonna need an Omni? Yeah, I think just a nice Omni light in the middle, and we make it like a yellowish. And we turn on shadows, and we make... Actually, we turn off shadows for this one. And then we make the energy a little less. Like that. We'll also play with this more once we get, like, textures in and everything, but I just want to make, like, a working game right now. Yes! There we go. Alright, cool. Nice! That will do nicely. That's pretty good for about an hour of work. We've got a basic room, we've got some lights, we've got a character controller. That's not too terrible. I think next time we're going to work on making the rest of the space, which should be fairly easy, I want to say. I say that, but it's not going to be. But we're going to make the rest of the space. And I think that's all we're going to do next time. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to keep on this series no matter what. I know that, like, nobody's going to watch it, but I love game dev, and I wanted to make a game, and this is going to force me to make a game, which is good for me. But yeah. I think that's it, so pick a side, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as per the usual. Love y'all. Really love getting back into the swing of making videos, and I think that's all I have for you guys, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace!